I'm Tina Shively. Tonight on Fox Rochester News, First at 10. New poll numbers show a close race between the two candidates who want to represent Rochester in Washington. Hundreds honored a Fairport teacher that would have celebrated her birthday today. Heather Boyum died while riding her bicycle in July. The Buffalo Bills celebrate an exciting win out west. John Kutchko has highlights from an overtime victory.
And we are talking temps very warm today. We start your Monday on a mild note as well, but how long does that last? Have the answer coming up. Fox Rochester News First at 10 starts right now.
From WUHF TV, this is Fox Rochester News First at 10 in high definition.
Fox Rochester is your local election headquarters. We begin tonight with some new poll numbers in the race for the 25th Congressional District. Democratic incumbent Louise Slaughter is taking on Republican County Executive Maggie Brooks in that race. The latest poll by the Siena Research Institute says Slaughter leads the race 49 to 44%. However, Brooks has managed to cut her lead in half over the last 3 weeks. A September poll had Slaughter in a 10-point lead. Today's poll also shows that Slaughter has a huge lead inside Rochester, while Brooks has increased her lead in the rest of the district. Here's Brooks' reaction to today's poll.
One thing I know about people this year is a lot of people are clamoring for change. And I think the poll indicates that a lot of people think I could be the change agent for the future of this district.
Congresswoman Slaughter's campaign released a statement on the newest poll numbers. It reads, quote, "Despite millions being spent against us on negative ads by the same special interests who are trying to defeat President Obama, voters are still siding with Louise. That's because unlike Maggie Brooks and her deep-pocketed allies, Louise has fought to protect Social Security and Medicare, opposed unfair trade deals, and brought jobs and new industries to Rochester." The Buffalo Bills went into overtime this afternoon to come home with a big win against the Arizona Cardinals. Sports Director John Kutchko is the only local reporter in Glendale. He has all the highlights.
It certainly wasn't the prettiest Buffalo Bills victory, but it was a win they so desperately needed after the worst two losses in franchise history back-to-back. And what a wild finish to today's game. Over a minute 10 to go in regulation, Jay Feely connects on a 61-yard field goal that ties the game for the Cardinals at 16. He missed a field goal try as time expired in regulation, went off the crossbar. They went to overtime. In OT, the Bills defense stepped up. Jarris Bird with his second interception of the game, deep in Cardinal territory, and that led to the game-winning field goal for the Bills. Ryan Lindell from 25 yards out. The Bills win 19-16 in overtime.
It was a gut check, and I was impressed with the way our team fought through adversity with the first play of the game. Fumble the ball, and played great red zone defense, and didn't play as consistent on offense as you want, but did some good things in all areas, enough to win the game on the road against a good football team. Wasn't pretty at times, but it was a gut check, and that may go a long way for our football team.
We have a ton of reaction from an elated Bills locker room. We'll have that later on in our Buffalo Bills Roundup. In Arizona, with the Bills, I'm John Kutchko.
Ontario County deputies are investigating the cause of a deadly accident in Canandaigua. Two cars driving in the southbound lane of Route 332 hit 34-year-old Derek Tubbs as he was walking on the side of the road. This all happening just before 3:30 this morning. Tubbs was pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies have not filed any charges.
Now, meteorologist Stacy Pengen with Rochester's most accurate forecast.
After a bit of chilly weather, summer returned today, huh?
Yeah, it felt kind of nice, and it felt a little weird, I have to say. Look at the temperatures that we're going to be dealing with over the next, 24 hours or so. Through the overnight, we're going to be staying in the low 70s, even the upper 60s here. By tomorrow morning, we're talking about starting in the 60s, and then we kind of go the wrong way. Temperatures continue to drop off through the day, so I think by the evening, we are back into the 50s. A little bit back to normal there. In terms of satellite and radar, we're starting to see some of the rain moving on in again, and there's a lot of moisture associated with this storm system. But through the overnight, just a few of those showers staying mild, turning windy as well. We're going to stay near 60 degrees starting there tomorrow, and then we drop into the 50s. Another windy day, but the good news is not a ton of rain. Have your full forecast coming up. Tina?
All right, Stacy, thank you. Hundreds of people gathered in Fairport today to honor this teacher killed in an alleged drunk driving accident. As Benjamin Amy tells us, friends came together to remember Heather Boyum. and raise money for her children.